Basically, Microsoft Ads is scamming us. If you're running ads on Microsoft, I want to show you how you're probably getting scammed the same way I am and how you can fix this once and for all, either by leaving Microsoft Ads completely or looking at some of the metrics and proof I have here on how you can potentially save some money and how it all works. How are we getting scammed? Let's get into it now. Welcome to my channel. I'm Joey Babineau. I am a media buyer and affiliate marketer. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and today we're going to talk about Microsoft search ads, how we're getting scammed, who's scamming us, and how we can potentially stop this from happening. So, I want to talk about an exact campaign. I'm going to show you what I'm running. I'm going to show you an example of how this is working. We're going to go in and look at the metrics. We're going to be using CPV Lab Pro to look at what's happening here. And I'm going to explain precisely what I think is happening behind the scenes, okay? So let's go on my computer and let's have a look at what I've spent on this test and how I believe I am getting scammed. So we're going to go to the screen here. And in this campaign, I am testing a landing page for debt consolidation. And I'm running it on search ads on Microsoft. And basically, I've spent I've spent about $500 on this campaign, and I've only made about $103. But then when I dive deeper, it gets even more creepy. When I look at some of the search terms here, now these are the queries. These are things people are actually searching for when they are searching in the box of Bing.com, which I thought was Bing.com, but now when I dig deeper, it's actually not coming from Bing. And what I've noticed here is that these are queries. These are actually people typing. None of them have misspelled their query, and a lot of them have capitalized letters, which is also kind of suspicious because who actually does this when we're searching on places like Bing.com or any other search engine? Normally we misspell something, we don't capitalize all the time, especially in these kinds of numbers. Medical bills, 17 visitors, 0 clicks on my landing page. Sus. Okay? So what is actually happening? Well, here's what's happening. First of all, if I dive deeper and I look at, rather than the query, but I look at the actual referring domain, at first I noticed I was getting a lot of traffic from search partners, which was fine, a very easy fix. You go into your ad group settings inside Microsoft Ads and you turn off Bing search partners or whatever it is, syndicated search partners, and you'll start to eliminate all of these weird domains sending you traffic, which is great, super easy fix. But let's dive even deeper and let's see, I turned that off roughly 3 days ago. So if we go back, say last 7 days, you're going to now see that I cannot block Yahoo search. Search.yahoo.com is a Microsoft-owned partner, and I'm still getting the same junk searches with capitalized letters and words that have not been misspelled in actual search queries. Which brings us to the next phase of this potential fraud, we'll say. Not really fraud, but really, as an advertiser, if you don't know the industry, you just think you're getting great traffic and it's not converting. What's actually happening is what's called search arbitrage. And some of these people out there that do search arbitrage are buying traffic to these pages that are built to show a particular search term and show upon search terms like what I'm bidding on. And the reason why they're targeting people like me is because they are targeting keywords that are worth more. So if somebody searches for medical bills, you can bet somebody's paying a high click-through or a high cost per click on places like Yahoo Search, where we can't block that as a Microsoft advertiser. At least I don't think you can, but I have a way, and one of our members at powerhouseaffiliate.com in the forum explained this to me, and I'm going to show you proof that this may potentially work to block this search arbitrage traffic. Now, I don't want to get into too much detail, but basically, if you notice that you are getting these weird searches in your search terms reports because you're using a traffic tracking system like CPV Lab Pro or another one, you are likely getting hit by this search arbitrage traffic. So coming into Microsoft now. So here we are inside the Microsoft campaign, and pardon the noise upstairs because my kids just got home and they're running upstairs, but hey, I work at home, so here we are. But let's look at this. We have a $2 enhanced bid, okay? That was just a rough estimate for me to start this test. I spent $518 and I got 5 conversions, and I thought, hey, okay, something's happening here. What's going on? So I dug a little deeper and I segmented looking at the Microsoft sites and select traffic and the syndicated search partners. So like I said, I turned off syndicated search partners after a few days, and now we should be only running on Microsoft ad sites. So if you look at the last 7 days, you'll see there's less syndicated search partners. However, digging deeper, let's look at the demographics, because this is where we can now potentially block this poor traffic. So I don't know how much longer we can do this for, but now let's look at the age demographics of this traffic. And if you look at unknown here, the reason why it is unknown is most likely because it's coming from partner sites, otherwise known as the search arbitrageurs or these other search platforms that aren't really technically search.yahoo, or they're just getting this arbitrage through search Yahoo themselves, which almost makes me scared, because now what if Bing starts to do that as well? Because we're not getting that same type of search on Bing when I look at the referring traffic, but I am getting it through the Yahoo site, which I cannot block because it is owned by Microsoft. So we can see here that I've just recently turned the bid adjustment on unknown to negative 90%. I'm still allowed to adjust based on this demographic. The reason why I blocked this is because let's look at this. If you look at the amount of spend I spent on the whole test, all of it goes to this unknown traffic. What? Come on now. So basically, I am getting all the junk traffic that nobody else is paying for. So I have to turn this off, even though I got 2 conversions. I feel that this is a complete scam. I think there's something happening here where they're not allowing us to block that Yahoo traffic. In fact, I also noticed in other campaigns that it's great when you get DuckDuckGo traffic, but you can't specifically target DuckDuckGo. You have to eliminate all the crap first and try and force the system to give you Bing and DuckDuckGo. And this is terrible. I think it's a poor way to set up ad campaigns, and it's a poor way for Microsoft to try and boost up their stock price. And the same thing is happening at Google, and we just have to find ways to try and work with these systems without getting scammed. And when we look deeper here, it's even crazier when you think like the absolute top impression share rate is 26%, but it's unknown traffic. So I'm almost, shown all the time because my bid is so high. I think if I even put my bid down to 20 cents, I'd still get that junk traffic. Maybe I would make it profitable by bringing my bid down, not changing the unknown bid adjustment, but making it actually 20 cents. And I bet you I still get that cheap traffic. So that's something I need to test. But right now I'm testing the fact as to whether I can actually just block that junk traffic and force more of this traffic here where I spent $20 and got 3 conversions. How do I get that specifically? I guess I have to really dig deep and look deeper into these metrics and try and figure out ways to adjust my bids. That's just one way. Some other things that I can look at potentially are the locations and other ways to find out how to really block Yahoo search from my campaigns. If you have other tricks or strategies on how to do this and you think this is happening to you, please post your comments down below. This is something you really need to look at if you're running Microsoft ads, especially because really, to me, I find it scammy on their part, but maybe it's just their way of trying to boost up their stock price, which, by the way, I do own their stock, but I think maybe now I have to reconsider that, because eventually this is going to catch on and people are going to know that they're getting reamed on their ad costs because of the fact that Microsoft is forcing us to pay for this junk search arbitrage traffic. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Any more questions, come to the forum at Powerhouse Affiliate. We talk about this stuff all the time. We have some case studies. We have more campaign examples. And we'll see you next week.